it is set for the second soprano part to be heard more full. Its performance tempo, perhaps a slower tempo, we'll explain as we go. This is the 5 parts with the soprano part a little louder. Now scrolling back to the beginning, I'm going to slow down the tempo a little and focus on what was easy to do once all 5 parts were in, is make a compilation. Oops. Go to the score and maybe slow it down to 90, just so that one can practice at a slower tempo, which is always a good idea, no matter how long one has known a piece. Hopefully 90 isn't too slow, but I doubt it. Here we go. And now splitting the difference, how about a tempo of 106? Yeah, maybe 106 or 108. 120 was the more in tempo. 108. And then, because we're looking at the second soprano part, I have highlighted that in the compilation score now. So this time, instead of seeing the tenor dark and the first soprano dark, it'll be the bass, which is voice 2 in the bass clef, and the soprano 2 part will be darker. Now, the tempo might be brighter than 120 for performance. It just depends on the choral director and what can get accomplished with the choir. The solfège words pretty much are in G minor unless it's in D minor or C minor or something else. So now we are going to, well, let's try 126. And again, the soprano 2 voice is louder. So if you can see the solfège words, they're reflective of the key. And it's movable do. The 2 large cadences are the first cadence that is authentic cadence in G minor, and then about halfway through is the Picardy third G major cadence, and then a lot of Picardy thirds are hinted at, so it creates the expectation of that in the ear. So the final Picardy third isn't as jarring to the ears because it's been alluded to in so many different keys and used quite a bit throughout. Oops. There we go. And hopefully you see the value of solfège and if you're not entirely comfortable with it, you apply it to pretty much everything you do until you get more comfortable. And theory isn't just something you take a class in, it's something you keep exploring in principles for your enhanced performance for the rest of your musical life as best as you can. It's so exemplified that the best composers keep growing in their understanding of how music is put together. As you see, it's different for every composer, and hopefully you are enjoying how music is put together so that it becomes a lifelong journey. Thank you. Oh, and the music is certainly available because it's public domain at a number of different sites.